So you're thinking about moving to the Space Coast. So the Space Coast is located on the east coast of Florida, just 1 hour from Orlando. Maybe a job offer, maybe you already live here. Whatever the case be, in this video, I'm going to go over everything that's new that just opened in the Space Coast, coming to the Space Coast, or just talk about potential new projects coming, because I know these videos get really popular. I love hearing about all the new cool things coming into the area. I just feel like there's always something new and exciting. It's just one of the cool things about living in Florida's Space Coast. So let's get into it. Let's get into retail and shopping first. The first on the list is going to be the Whole Foods in Viera. A lot of things are going to be Viera. I know some people think that sometimes they do too much of Viera, but it is the hot spot right now in the Space Coast. It's got a lot of new things coming to the area. The biggest thing is just an update. The Whole Foods is looking like it's about to open up. It looks like they are starting to fill the inside of the building, so everyone's really excited about that. So I believe that should be opening up by the end of the year or beginning of 2026. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, next one is the Trader Joe's. So that one is not confirmed yet, but Michael's has closed down. This one also is coming to Viera, Florida. The buzz circulating around if Trader Joe's is coming or not is that they pulled a permit in Viera. So from what I hear, it's pretty much a go, but looks like it's pretty much a go. From what it's looking like right now, workers are inside Michael's right now. Heard of people passing by that have asked the workers, and they said that it's going to be opening up in 2026. Who knows? This happened in Merritt Island a few years ago, back in 2017. Trader Joe's was supposed to go into the old Barnes & Nobles. They pulled a permit and it was too expensive. The building, something was wrong with the building. And it never did. So I'm not getting my hopes too off, but also in my head, it's already a done deal. So I'm excited for that. Okay, another grocery store. Sprouts just opened up off of Wickham Road, like in the northern part of Melbourne, just south of Viera. And that is anchored by EOS Gym, which I heard is really nice. And my husband's co-workers go there and they love it. So super close to Patrick's. They start things, a lot of them leave from work and go over there. So I've heard this really nice gym. So something to check if you're living over by that area. Okay, so Tommy Bahama's has made its way to the Space Coast. There is a store located in the Avenue at Viera, and they just opened up this month, August of 2025. Something to check out. And nice. American Eagle and Erie just opened up at the Avenue. We've got Air and Anchor coming soon at the Avenue. We've also got Nordstrom Rack coming. We just got a Kendra Scott jewelry store. A lot of my friends really love them because they said it's affordable, great for gifts, but really pretty. Okay, let's talk about new restaurants coming. So this one's Viera. Dave's Hot Chicken is coming to Viera. They're supposed to be opening up late 2025, early 2026. Potbelly Sandwich Works, 6 planned Brevard locations announced. So that's what I'm saying. Those are coming all over the Space Coast. So we got one confirmed in Melbourne, Viera, North, Viera South, Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach, and Palm Bay. So that's exciting. There is another First Watch coming off of Wickham Road over by the Pineda Common. There's already one in Viera and Merritt Island. They opened in Merritt Island 8 months ago. I really like it. I've got really good food, so I actually really like First Watch. Okay, let's go over major developments. The Westin Hotel, just an update. So that is a $420 million project. They're building a Westin in Cocoa Beach. It's going to be 502 rooms, 11 F&B venues, spa, surfing wave pool, large conference center. They broke ground in September 2024 and they're targeting for 2027 opening. The Titusville Mall redevelopment project, that is a $240 million project, and those are going to be a mixed use with hotels, apartments, assisted living, restaurants, retail, incentive, proof, and a project advancing in 2025. Update on the Port Canaveral upgrades. It's a $500 million project. It's a 5-year plan across terminals and facilities. C21 exterior upgrades began at May 2025. C25 expansion to 170,000 square feet by late September 2026. So this is going to be a substantial completion of that around that time period. Then we've got in Palm Bay, $2.5 billion Ashton Park. That's going to be really big. I feel like this has potential to be like the next Viera, possibly. So that is going to be 1,568 acres, thousands of homes, plus town center, apartments, 1 million square feet of commercial land assembly completed in 2025 and cited as a top project to watch on the Space Coast. So that is according to Orlando Business Journal and Florida Today. So I'm really excited for that one because I feel like Palm Bay just needs infrastructure. And I feel like some could possibly bring, especially to that area. So fingers crossed that it helps there. I know a lot of people would prefer that not be. There's always a good and bad of development, of course. And I know a lot of people rather just keep the nature there and everything, but if we're going to build, at least hopefully it's something with infrastructure. Probably needs that, in my opinion. Okay, attractions and waterfront. An update on the Brevard Zoo Port Canaveral Aquarium. So that's officially named the Bowen Aquarium. I love that name. So their deadline for groundbreaking is extended to April 30th, 2026. Opening anticipated 2 to 3 years after groundbreaking. Guys, if you love the idea of the aquarium, maybe you live here, maybe you're moving here, whatever the case be, I'll just donate whatever you can. Have some funding, but the Brevard Zoo, it's not like a zoo where they're inhumane or anything like that. They're just rehabilitating and putting a sanctuary for animals that can't make it out in the wild. I really love that zoo. I usually donate every year there. So just a recommendation if you have the funds, wanted to donate to something, that's a great one. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Langley. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Space Coast. And if you are looking to buy, sell, anything related to real estate, make sure to reach out. I got your back when it comes to moving to the Space Coast or selling in the Space Coast as well. So my number's on the screen right here. You can call, text, or email me any day, anytime. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I get your back when it comes to real estate on the Space Coast. And real quick, if you're liking this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so YouTube knows to send you new videos when I post every week on living in the Space Coast. Okay, new community. So Palm Bay, they're getting a community called Lotus. It's sitting near I-95 and Miko Road. It's going to be a 353-acre mixed-use planning effort for 1,300 plus homes moving through 2025. So I am intrigued to see where that goes. Country Club Estates, currently Lancey's building there. They are adding another builder there. Stanley Martin is supposed to be building there. And they have pretty large homes. They have big, like 3-car garage, 2-story homes. It might be good for those large families. I love selling in Country Club Estates. One of my favorite communities in Palm Bay. They're just really beautiful. They're building on an old golf course. So oversized waterfront homes. So something to consider if you're interested in Palm Bay. Then we've got Viera, the big spot for lots of things coming into the area. It's master plan community. I want to say about 60% of my clients end up moving to Viera, so it's a big part. It's a big chunk of my clientele living and moving into that area. So Fairmont Fields, they have opened up a couple of more sections of the neighborhood. If you're not familiar with the neighborhood, it has different sections for different size homes, different floor plans. A new section has opened up. If you have any more questions about that, just reach out. They have a new model opening there as well called the Chase 2. If you want to look at new construction, just make sure to reach out ahead of time because with new construction builders, they want your realtor there, or at least know that you have a realtor on your first visit. Just a reminder for that. I've been stung in the past, and clients have been stung in the past when they just go to explore. LaRasia's still building. Del Webb at Viera is still building. They're into phase 4 right now. That's 55 plus. And Viera just put a client under contract with there last week. We're so excited. Their house is going to come out so pretty. So between Pulte and Viera Builders in Viera, lots of stuff going on there. And Satellite Beach, I guess we have the view at Satellite Beach. Those have been selling for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half now. Those are single family homes, but Deer Horton is going to be building townhomes in Satellite Beach. It's called Tortuga Cay, and those are built by Deer Horton. It's coming soon, so I don't know much, but there's supposed to be townhome community just west of A1A, 2 3-bedroom floor plans with 1-car garage and a concrete block construction. It'll be interesting. Then we have in Rockledge, we have Catamaran Cove. I have a few videos on that. That community right now is the best deal for the location right now and incentives. Those are in both townhomes by 2 different builders, sister companies, and then they also have single family home options as well. But those are only 15 to 20 minutes from beaches. Some of the schools are going into Viera. I think those are a really big deal right now. And then in Titusville or North Brevard, we've got Bricks Landings by Ryan Homes. Those are single family homes. Those have been selling for a little bit right this year, but they do have 3-car garages. Then you have Barno Townhomes. That shows the city dashboard. So like incoming developments, it shows that those are going to be 42 townhomes. Lots of townhomes coming in. This is interesting. In Cocoa, we have, in Port St. John, we have Watermark by Stanley Martin. Those are new single family home communities actively selling. If you have interest, make sure you reach out. And then in Merritt Island, we still have Island Forest Preserve, the one and only new build community there. And they're going really strong. I've heard that they purchased the land next to it. Another builder has, I don't know, but I believe another community going right next to it. So something to keep an eye out. Interested to see if it is going to be the same floor plans, but the same builder or something different. Okay, transportation update. So right now the city is reapplying for a $50 million federal grant toward a $80 million station. It's going to be off US 1 and SR 528. The timeline targets have have referenced 2028 in external summaries, but they don't have the funding for it yet. The thing about Dryline is they do a lot of like federal grants or grants in general. Before I don't know, but unfortunately we're going to be waiting for that probably for a long time. I know they bought the land already, so that's really good, but some grants need to go through first before we're going to see those doors open to that train station to Sunday. So hopefully that's still going to happen. I'm sure it will. It's just, I think it's going to take quite a while. There is a widening of Ellis Road that is a $56 million project entering pre-construction activities this year, and the full construction slated to begin in 2026. It is always crazy to me how much it costs to widen a road. That is insane. Space industry expansion. So the SpaceX Starship, they're talking about closing down parts of Playa Linda Beach, or maybe all that. I don't know. I saw in the news because of how big it is when they're launching it. I'm pretty interested. I live close by to the Space Center. I'm interested to see how loud it is. They have a draft environmental impact statement released and public process underway. SpaceX targets first Florida Starship launch pending completion of it. Might happen this year, might happen next year. I'm not sure, but it is in the works. So that is very exciting. We had the Blue Origin New Glenn. They went up in January 16, 2025. Haven't really heard much since then, but I do have a lot of clients that are moving in to work for Blue Origins. There is stuff going on there, so interested to see what's next for Blue Origin. Then they have Project Hinton that is separate from SpaceX. It is Space Florida approved, moving forward to a confidential Cape Canaveral project anticipating $1.8 billion in capital improvements and 600 jobs at around a $93,000 salary average wages. We're going to be seeing a lot more people come into the area. That's why they're building these new construction now. And a lot of these areas. Intrigued to know more about that as we get more info. All right, next we have the economic and cruise momentum. Port Canaveral's 5-year, $500 million upgrade plan supports a record cruise growth, including C21 and C25 capacity enhancement. So those are, I mentioned this earlier. C21 is Cruise Terminal 1 and Cruise Terminal 5. So capacity enhancements and readiness for the world's largest cruise ships. They're excited. We've been getting such large ships, especially with Royal Caribbean. Lots of exciting stuff in that world. I just love living here. So one of the reasons why I love living here so much is so easy to get on vacation. If we want to take like a weekend cruise, just get away. We're 10 minutes away from the cruise port and we can get on and they're on vacation. No flying. I can't stand flying anymore because of that. Because we're like spoiled here when it comes to cruise port. But it's really nice. It's a great perk to living here. The tourism pipeline for 2025 to 2027 outlook, supported by cruise home porting, West and Cocoa Beach construction, and frequent launches, driving visitor demand. So they're expecting even more demand for these cruise portals. So it's great for people that want to invest in the area. Maybe you want to buy a short-term rental. Just lots of development and demand for that market. Okay, healthcare and services. Health First, a $200 million expansion at Palm Bay Hospital, 5-floor patient tower. Construction expected to start in summer 2026 with completion in 2028. Additional capacity investments in Viera Hospital also noted. Orlando Health has a $700 million Brevard expansion plan announced in 2025 following the Rockledge Hospital closure. That's good because I think that is really hurting us right now that Rockledge has closed down, and that is including a new hospital and freestanding ER, so that'll be good. The Parish Healthcare expected participant within Titusville Mall redevelopment medical office phase, and that's going to expect you to have 80,000 square foot 2-story building plan, so that'll be good for Titusville. And then airport and aerospace manufacturing. Yeah, Melbourne Orlando International Airport, also called MLB, is approved for purchase of a 176-acre parcel. This is as of July 2025. Information for future aeronautical development and growth. Very interested to see where that takes Melbourne. Leaving that on a note of aerospace development. It's just such a cool area to live because we've got all these cool, exciting things going on. Where we used to live, I think the newest hot thing to know was when the next apartment building was going up. So here we've got a space exploration, new restaurant, new communities for actually living in, to own, not just to rent. If you have interest in moving to the Space Coast, selling your property here, whatever the case be, make sure to reach out. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rachel Langley, and I'll see you on the next one.